Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte. We are catching up. We're a day late, but we are going to catch up on our bags. Hopefully, if you are following along with me, you have your bags ready, and we are going to start putting papers on the outside. But I remember saying that we need to make sure that if we have areas, this has a gusset, and I am going to leave that gusset. But you need to check and see if you have areas that need to be glued, or you can do it as you go along. You can fix those areas when you see them. But when we cut this probably just a little bit there. Sometimes it's easier to do in the beginning so that you don't have to stop what you're doing to fix it. And so let's just see what we've got. If the glue will cooperate. I don't know why it does not want to. And then of course you want to make sure that you don't close your openings. This I have not cut yet. Need to do that. But I see here, and I think, let's just go ahead. Hopefully that will be enough. And that will take care of that. Didn't get it here. I like to fold my papers over just to strengthen the opening of the bag. Because you have to figure, depending upon what you're putting in here, it could be a little journal, heavy tags or whatever. You don't want them to rip. If you don't want to fold them over, you could use washi tape. You could use packing tape, but more than likely you will have that shiny part of the packing tape. If that doesn't bother you, then that is good. I have a lot of trouble getting packing tape, getting glue to stick to packing tape. So if I put packing tape on something and then I go to glue something over it, it gives me a lot of grief. And I usually end up having to take it to the sewing machine. So just be aware that that could happen. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure you don't close your bag shut. And I think this should be covered. Sometimes you never know, because depending upon if you want to put lace, whatever you want to add. So if I've missed anything, we're just going to have to catch it as we go about. I still have not figured out how I want this to be placed. I am thinking what I want to do is have this, the front, like bottom and top, and this bottom and top. But if I do that this way, then when you pull this back, this is going to be upside down. So I'm still debating, thinking about that. So yeah, I went and spent a huge portion of this morning with the printer, just going through some of my favorites. I have some Calico Collage. I have some Medieval Mirage. This is Medieval Mirage. The theme of this particular, these bags is a shabby pastel, and we're going to add cats when we do the decorating. I haven't decided yet what that's going to be, but we're going to add cats because she loves cats. So I think I am going to start with this largest one here. And what I did is I took one of my digitals. Now, if you don't have digitals, you don't like digitals, you can use any kind of book page, any kind of paper, scrapbook paper, cardstock. Just beware that cardstock, because it's thicker, that you may end up having, if you do like cardstock on both sides of each of the bags, you may end up getting a really thick, it'll be sturdy, but a really thick bunch of bags. So maybe cardstock on one side and craft paper on the other, but you can use any kind of paper. You can use fabric, you can use laces. So you don't have to use digitals. I'm going to use digitals, but you don't have to. So what I did is I went ahead and I pulled this Medieval Mirage and measured it, and I measured it a little bit long and folded the edge, because I am going to tuck the edge over this bag here, just to give it some extra strength. So what we're going to be working on in this video of part 2 is just getting our bags ready for the decoration. So it is going to go like this. And I want to try to center it. So I think that looks good. So we are going to, I think it'll be easier. I was going to use the glue stick, but I think it might be easier to do this. Hopefully, if glue came out, and it did. I can't see it, but a glue stick, sometimes I have just a hard time getting that lip in if I use a glue stick, so just watch out for that. But you know, I would have preferred a glue stick. So now I'm going to get out some glue paper, and we are going to get the glue stick out, and we are going to get this down, and it should lay just like I want it to lay. And I don't think I'm going to be distressing this, so I like the pastel, and as much as I love distressing, I don't think I want the brown on this. Make sure I get plenty of glue on here. And then we are going to take this and I think I should probably put this under here, and then we are going to glue stick this. I think this is the easier way. And I got lucky because the CVS does not show on the other side. And then I will finish the very bottom up with just a little bit of wet glue. So we're going to be doing this to all our bags, and you're going to kind of need to see what you want to show and what you don't mind. Well, looks like I got this. I did a really good job there. What you don't want to cover up. This has been a very busy week. Monday night, we were at a choir show for our granddaughter. Tuesday night, we went to our grandson's baseball game. Wednesday night, I taught 12-year-olds at the church how to do a floral vase arrangement. And then Thursday night, our friends from Napa are here. We're going to dinner. Friday night, I'm going to dinner with Louise, the quilt instructor, and Dana. And you all know who Dana is. So every night this week, it has been something. Okay, what? I love this bag. Don't think I'm going to be doing anything to this bag, but you can see there we've got a starting point. So let's go to this beautiful pink bag here. And did I pull out? Wouldn't be that. I'm sure I had something for that pink bag. But if I did, I may not have because I don't see it. I've got these two pieces here. So I may have saved that for you. So let's go with the large white bag. I'm not going to do anything yet to this one. I might go ahead and tear some of the digitals and just kind of, we'll see when we get to it, but it is so beautiful, I don't want to cover it up. I did the same thing. This is Calico, Calico Corners, I think it's called. No, is that right? Calico Corners? I will put it in the description box. This is going to go in here. It gets fussy, so you really just have to be patient. But it gets fussy. And I'm way over on the right, so we're going to pull this over a little bit. And we're basically going to do the same thing. We're going to get some glue on this. And I'm not too worried because it is going to be glued on the top. But we just want to get this in where we know it needs to go. Get it placed. And hopefully it will stay put. And that we are still good here, and it looks like we are. So now, sorry about that. There is no easy way of doing this. It gets fidgety, and you just have to play with it, guys. You just have to work with it. And concentrate. So if I'm not saying much, it is because I am thinking about what I am doing. Because I'd like this to lay flat. I'd like to get the glue everywhere so I don't have bubbles. Let me get this out of the way. So much stuff all the time. Got a glob of glue. I'm going to bend this. And then hopefully this is going to do exactly what I need it to do. Just like that. And I can feel I do have some glue on here. I think I'm over a little bit on this edge. See, I've got more white than I do here, but that's okay because we can put a piece of lace there So if you do that and you're like, oh no, look at that. No, don't worry about it, because when you come back to decorate, you can cover that up. So don't worry about that at all. But I don't want the bag before this to stick to that one. So let's see what I have. So far, this is what we look like. This is beautiful. This and this, they all complement each other. This, I'm pretty sure, yes, this is going to go over here. And I debated because this is embossed and it's got these raised circles, but you can still feel that when you open the bag. So I'm not worried about covering that up. If you are, don't cover it up or leave a piece of it open. But I like the way that that looks. I think that's absolutely beautiful. So we are going to cover it up. I may not cover the back up, and then you can see the embossing. But we are going to use this beautiful paper, and we are going to cover up the front. Because it's all kind of corrugated, not corrugated, but it's cut with a zigzag. It's difficult to get it all in, but this is how this will look. And let me move this over just a little bit, but won't be a big deal because we can put lace on that side. Oh my gosh, I am in love with this. I haven't done anything to it, and I'm already in love with it. So let's get some glue on here and get this to stay where we want it. I can see I'm already moving it around. And that's the problem. It wants to adhere. And I'm saying, no, not yet. Where's my fold? It's difficult to see where my fold is. I think that's good. That's gonna have to work, and I see where I've got. I'm not over, but that's okay. I am way over on this side, but not too much. We still have a border, but we'll put lace down here. So that, no problem. Let's go ahead and get our glue on here. So this is what you're gonna do. However many bags you have, 2 bags, 3 bags, 4 bags, 5 bags, however many bags you have, you're gonna go ahead and get your base on your bags. If you are going to have a base, you may not want a base. Maybe you just want to decorate your bags and just be able to see that that's what they are, bags. That's fine too. So let's see what we've got here. This comes all the way down to the end. This is up a little bit, but will not matter. In the long run, that will not matter. We've got, look at just how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so I have these, and I just think I was going to make tags out of these. And I just thought, ooh, look at how pretty that would be right there. Even though there is all of this showing, that's okay. And we could trim that out. So we can use bits of lace or whatever we want with that. So I am thinking, because it's supposed to be shabby and you really can't get more shabby than pink roses, I was thinking that might be the way to go. But then I've got a piece like this from Medieval Mirage. I think I'm going to go with, this piece here, which means we are going to have to crease this. So hopefully I will get this straight. See how this fits. That down in there like that. And that's what we will have. And I can see this is just a little bit off. So let's cut this. I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're just going to cut it a little bit. Maybe this side just a little bit more. I probably didn't get my fold straight. And so that is why that shows. Let's just double check it. Make sure we're happy with what we've got. Yeah, it's above the, it is above the sewing line. So let me see if we can do it this way and I don't mess it up. This in there like that, and hopefully I'm straight, and I'm not. Usually I have this right underneath my head. I'm looking at it, but, and so it's easier, but you know, you can't have the camera and be showing it and have it right above your head. You wouldn't see anything. So if I can keep this on there, we will get this piece down, and then we will see what we want to do with the pink bag. This, it looks a little bit off, but I think once we decorate it, it'll be okay. But do you see how pretty are these? Look at that. And we still need to do the backs. But let's do something with this one. And I am thinking, let's see, what do I have? I really would like to use a little Medieval Mirage, but I do have that line right down there. And got some pretty pages here. I have, that is absolutely gorgeous, and I could turn that around. That's Medieval Mirage. And then I have got, look at how beautiful these are. I might save the Medieval Mirage for the back. But that would be really pretty too. Let's see. How would this look with that, with this? It's okay, but if I do that, I'm going to get the same thing. This might be prettier. This here. So this is really what I do. Put your papers down, kind of lay it out. I like that you can see that lace right there. So I think I might go that route. I think I will. So I'm going to grab a pencil. I am going to put this just above because I know I'm going to bend it. So I'm going to put that so that I've got that little border. I know I'm going to cut this off. Do I want to lose? I could cut this off here. Manipulate this so that I see that rose. How far down? My bag is right here, so you're not going to see that rose, but that would have been really pretty. So that's something to remember. Go ahead, don't be afraid to manipulate your papers, and what I mean by that is cut it over. It doesn't have to be equal with the side. Whatever it takes for you to like what it is you're doing. But I think I am going to raise this up just a little bit because I think I want that whole rose. I don't care so much about the frame. So I'm going to cut this there at the bottom. And then this does not really have to be. I don't mind if you can see this pink bag because the bag's so pretty, but I am going to, off camera, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. So I basically have the cutter in my lap, and we will cut this and then see what we've got. So that's cut. We put this here just like that. Okay. We are going to come down to, this is what I mean, where usually my head would be in it. I think there. We're taking a chance, hoping that I've got this right. Give it more of a crease. There we go. Now hopefully this will fold even. Should. Put it in here and see what we've got. Sometimes the mechanics of things just are not that much fun. It's the decorating and the ephemera where you really, really have a lot of fun. And because we've got jagged edges, once again. Okay, so I'm going to pull this over just a little bit, and I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's a little bit too long, so I am going to just take my scissors and just cut like 1/8 of an inch off. Hopefully I'm not too funky in my cutting. All right, so we're going to do the same thing again. And I am going to, I'm going to use the wet glue. I'm not going to try with the glue stick. You could cut the edges of this paper at a diagonal to make it a little bit easier to get in, but I really, really want it doubled over from end to end just to protect the bag, the integrity of the bag. And I can see I moved this. Of course I moved it. Of course. Okay, so let us, if I can get above this, this will help me. Let's go ahead. With the glue stick, you really can see where the glue is and where it isn't. I guess the end of the glue stick really is never completely flat. this looks. Yes, I can see I came all the way over and a little bit over on that side, and a lot over here. But the outside is where you would probably put lace, not so much on the inside because it will add bulk. So right now, when you look at this, oh, it's just pretty, pretty. Okay, so that is when you really need to say, I'm looking at this the way it should be. Do I want to continue to look at this the way it should be? Or do I want to turn this over and look at it the way it should be? That then becomes the question. Otherwise, if we continued on this way and I flip this over, this should be the bottom, this should be the top. But I think, and that's how I did it on Andrea's, I just kept it all going from bottom to top, bottom to top. But I think on this one, I am going to flip it around so that half is this way and half is this way. Because it almost, to me, I don't think there's any right or wrong, but I think it might make more sense to do it that way. So if you're looking at it from the back, everything's not upside down. So, yeah, I think so. I think we will. And if I do that, you're going to see a lot of pink, but you're not going to see that pink rose until you flip this down. So that's a possibility. And then I've got this really, really pretty page here. I am thinking this right here might look really pretty on this long bag like that. So I think we're going to save that for that. If I do this, you'll see that, which is beautiful. So I just might. And then if I do, let's see, I think I am going to put this on this large bag here. And what I will do is I am going to leave this the way it is. Now I could fold this down. That might be an idea too. Instead of having this here like this, because it's pretty thin, it's going to get a lot of wear and tear. I could fold it down so it's even with this, and then I don't have to worry about putting any paper to the inside. I could, but I don't have to because I'm going to have strength here, so it would be like that. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know how long this video is so far. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing exactly the same thing that you've seen me do, and I am going to go ahead and finish this up, and we will get together probably, it's probably going to be Monday because we've got Index Card Friday, and we'll start the decoration of this, you know, adding the little bits and the lace and doing the fun stuff. So take care, everyone, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out. Bye, guys.